Hello everyone, so let's continue our series of Nuovo Espresso Italiano, and this is for LivelloA1. Here we are dealing with our unit number 1, lezione 1, PRIMI CONTATTI, and today we will cover its second topic, Scusi, lei come si chiama? Okay, so in the last episode we have gone through the variations, the difference between lei and tu. So lei we basically use for formal, and tu we basically use for informal contexts. Okay. Now let's talk about more pronouns, and alongside we will learn few verbs. Like in English we have I am, you are, and also we will learn how to tell your name. My name is and your name is. So here we have our pronoun io, which means I. Tu we already did, which means you, and it is informal. Lei, again you, which is formal. Okay. We have the verb here, essere, which means to be. So with io, we say io sono. Tu sei, and lei è. Lei è. Now, very important point here you should note down. In Italian, pronouns are generally omitted. So we generally don't write pronouns. So if I am saying sono Cecilia. So this means I am Cecilia. This is also same as io Cecilia. Okay. Yeah. Io sono Cecilia. So we can omit the pronouns in Italian. Okay, so pronouns are not necessarily supposed to be mentioned unless it is required for any sort of any sort of differentiation. Okay, yeah. So io sono means I am. Tu sei means you are. Lei, again you are, but it is formal. And write in bracket F. Write in bracket informal. Sono Cecilia. Io sono Cecilia. Okay, both Cecilia. Cecilia. Okay, Cecilia. Another one. How to tell your name? For this we have the verb chiamarsi, which means to call oneself. For io, mi chiamo, okay? Chiamo, tu ti chiami, lei si chiama. Okay, mi chiamo. Yeah, also again we can write them in brackets, so it means that we are removing them. Okay, so you're not supposed to mention the pronouns. So the very interesting thing here, mi chiamo, ti chiami, si chiama. Okay, so if I want to say my name is, so I can simply say mi chiamo. For example, Franca. Franca. You can also tell your name, full name, Franca Gucci. Another one, let's do one more example. Yeah. Ti chiami Aula. Lei chiama il signor Marcello. Okay, now we will in one of sessions I talked about for the title Signore, and here I'm saying il signor. Okay, shortly we will see the difference between the two, why there is an E and why the E is removed here. Okay, so in the next session, obviously immediately after this, let us first practice this particular subsection of the topic. Okay. Here we can do one thing. Let me give me a moment. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. So we can just see. We can just go through them. Okay, and let us. Here we can say il yeah, okay. This would be, I think, just something is wrong in the textbook actually, so you can just see the difference between the two. Let us read it. Okay, it's given in the back side. So we have this dottore, professore, and signore. Okay. So, buongiorno, dottore. If you are directly calling someone, so you can say dottore. And if you are adding the name, buongiorno, dottor Visconti. Ok? Con I nomi propri si dice dottor invece di dottore instead of dottore. Professor invece di professore. Con I nomi propri, so with a proper name, okay, you say Dottor Visconti, yeah, and professore, I signor invece di signore, okay. Let us also write the difference. So you can say signor Bianchi. Okay. Ciao, signor Bianchi. Ciao. No, not ciao, obviously not. Buongiorno. Buongiorno, signor Bianchi. Okay. And if you're not mentioning the name, so you can simply say buongiorno, signore. Okay, you can just keep it small. Buongiorno, signore. So if you are directly addressing someone, so you can say simply, if you are mentioning the name, the surname specifically, so you can say Signor Bianchi. It means Mr. Bianchi. And if you are saying you're directly calling hello gentleman, so Signore. Okay. So, signore, you can use also with the article if you are saying, yeah, so there it would be il signore. Yeah, il signore. Il signore, okay? And if you're directly addressing someone, so you can say Signor Bianchi. I think it would be, no, it would be signor, yeah. We are Signor Marcello, okay? Yeah. Okay, it will not be signore. Signore will take the art. Yeah, okay, so it's fine. Yeah, okay. So back here, like con i nomi propri si dice dottor invece di dottore, professor invece di professore, i signor invece di signore. Okay, clear? So back here again, let's check. Okay, so we did the excess. We have seen the conjugation of essere and chiamarsi. Now we will listen the dialogue. Abbina i dialoghi ai disegni, which means abbina. Scusi. The first word here is scusi, which means excuse me. Abbinare, and from that we derived abbina. Abbinare means to match. And il disegni, it will be disegno, that is design. Not design, it is like drawing. Yeah, drawing. So these are the pictures. So we have to match them. Yeah. And leggi il dialogo, I verifica. So leggi is derived from the verb leggere, which means to read something. Leggere is to read. And verifica means to verify. So let's read the dialogues. Ciao, sono Valeria. E tu come ti chiami? Come means how. So if you want to ask someone's name, so you can say come ti chiami. And come si chiama. This one is formal. And this one is informal. Come ti chiami? Come si chiama. So, ciao, sono Valeria. E tu come ti chiami? Alberto. E tu, I means and. E tu, A is and. E tu, io Cecilia. Another one, Scusi, lei come si chiama? How are you called? You, how you called? Franca Gucci. E lei and you? Anch'io mi chiamo Gucci. Okay, so anche, which means anche means also. And whenever we have two such kind of vowels together, so we can simply say, here, let me write it. Anch'io. Me too. Me too, mi chiamo Gucci, Paola Gucci. Buongiorno, sono Giavni Mutti, piacere, Carlo di Chile. Okay, that's the name. Then la signora Genovesi. La signora Genovesi. Sì, sono io, M-I-M. La signora, okay, la signora, and then after we have the name, okay. Genovesi. Sì, sono io, lei, il signor Ragazzi, Marcello Ragazzi, okay, that's the name. So you can also say il signore Rossi. Okay? Il signore Rossi, il signore Ragazzi, okay, etc. Then I'm going to play the audio here, try to listen it, and then we will match them.
Traccia 3. 1. Ciao, sono Valeria. E tu come ti chiami?
Alberto, e tu?
Io Cecilia.
2.
Buongiorno, sono Giovanni Muti.
Piacere, Carlo De Giuli.
3.
Scusi, lei come si chiama?
Franca Gucci.
E lei?
Anch'io mi chiamo Gucci. Paola Gucci. 4.
La signora Genovesi?
Sì, sono io. E lei è il signor?
Ragazzi, Marcello Ragazzi.
Let's listen the dialogue once again.
Traccia 3. 1. Ciao, sono Valeria. E tu come ti chiami?
Alberto, e tu?
Io Cecilia.
2.
Buongiorno, sono Giovanni Muti.
Piacere, Carlo De Giuli.
3.
Scusi, lei come si chiama?
Franca Gucci.
E lei?
Anch'io mi chiamo Gucci. Paola Gucci. 4.
La signora Genovesi?
Sì, sono io. E lei è il signor?
Ragazzi, Marcello Ragazzi.
Okay, so as per the dialogue, I think this one is A. Ciao, sono Valeria. E tu come ti chiami? Alberto. E tu? Io Cecilia. So Cecilia. So because this is an informal context, okay? Second one is buongiorno, sono Giovanni Mutti. Piacere, Carlo Di Giuli. This would be T. Scusi, lei come si chiama? Franca Gucci. E lei? Anch'io mi chiamo Gucci, Paola Gucci. This would be B. La signora Genovesi? Sì, sono io. E lei è il signor? Ragazzi, Marcello Ragazzi? D. Okay, so again, let's play the dialogue and listen them. Okay, so I'm gonna, here comes the dialogue.
Traccia 3. 1. Ciao, sono Valeria. E tu come ti chiami?
Alberto, e tu?
Io Cecilia.
2.
Buongiorno, sono Giovanni Muti.
Piacere, Carlo De Giuli.
3.
Scusi, lei come si chiama?
Franca Gucci.
E lei?
Anch'io mi chiamo Gucci. Paola Gucci. 4.
La signora Genovesi?
Sì, sono io. E lei è il signor?
Ragazzi, Marcello Ragazzi.
Okay, so we can do one thing. Yeah, let's just figure it out. So if you are saying, this signor and signore thing, okay. Signore, which is actually the full form, okay. So it is used on its own after an article, okay, and it is common in formal address, okay. Also when referring to someone without using their names, their name, okay, without using their full name. For example, it is used on its own, so we can say buonasera signore, okay. Il signore Rozzi è chi. He means here. Okay, so Mr. Rossi is here. Yeah, and here we are using article. What if I want to say, yeah, what about this signor? It's a full form. Signor, not signore. So this we can use before name only. Used directly before a last name without article. Okay. For example, Signor Bianchi. So we say, yeah. Let me just choose one example of this label, okay? Yeah. Like we can say, how are you? Yeah. However, we haven't yet talked about this in Italian, so. So we can say here, como vai, I guess, yeah. So it would be come vai, come. The formal one is, no, not come vai. You can say formal one is come sta, yeah, come sta, yeah. So Signor Bianchi, come sta? How are you? Okay, so how are you? And another one, let's say, yeah. So it is used directly before a last name without article. Now let us fill these blanks here. Cosa dici quando? When we say this, to ti presenti. How can you present yourself? Io sono. Mi chiamo. Chiedi il nome con il lei, so si chiama and ti chiami. Okay. When you are to use ti and lei, okay. Con means with. Con means with. Clear? Okay. And piacere, what about piacere? Piacere means glad to meet. Ok? In gruppi di 2 o 3 persone preparate un dialogo su uno dei disegni e presentarlo alla classe. Gli altri cercheranno di indovinare di quale situazione si tratta. Okay, so we have to just in the form of groups. We have to practice these dialogues in the class, okay, and that you can do in your classroom settings. Now, again, playing the audio, care to listen, care to understand the pronunciation, and in the next episode, we will continue further. So, till then, if you had enjoyed it, care to hit the like button, and please care to subscribe and share it with your friends who wants to learn Italian language free of cost. Till then, ciao.
Traccia 3. 1. Ciao, sono Valeria. E tu come ti chiami?
Alberto, e tu?
Io Cecilia.
2.
Buongiorno, sono Giovanni Muti.
Piacere, Carlo De Giuli.
3.
Scusi, lei come si chiama?
Franca Gucci.
E lei?
Anch'io mi chiamo Gucci, Paola Gucci.
4.
La signora Genovesi?
Sì, sono io. E lei è il signor?
Ragazzi, Marcello Ragazzi.